welcome to yet another edition of the Film Geeks podcast. Basically, what we are about to do is we are about to be excited for a movie that has been promised to us, well, at least now in theory, but fans have been waiting for this movie for the past 4 years, and that is Zack Snyder's version of the Justice League. So, Justice League is a movie which is planned by HBO to be released sometime on HBO Max, sometime next year. But the news of that dropped this week, so I think on Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, when he had a screening of Man of Steel. We have spoken a lot about it. Let's start with Anirban this time. Are you excited for the Snyder Cut?
I am very excited. I mean, I was not a big fan of the DC movie. And I don't know whether this will live up to the hype. I mean, the hype is actually bigger than anything else that we have seen in like a lot of years. It has been building up so much so that I don't know if anything can live up to that hype. You know, people will be dissecting this movie left and right, and probably a lot of people won't actually look at it as a movie.
Let's be honest, some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. If you ask them today and after they've seen the movie, the opinions won't change. That's the problem. That's the world that we live in right now. Like, you know, at the mention of the Snyder Cut, like, the group just lit up. Just that picture went up in 100+ comments on, you know, what was going to happen. So, you know, get your swords and shields ready because this is going to be a fight once again. I'm not really sure why people have these factions, you know, programmed in their mind that, you know, this has to happen. I belong to this faction. I like this. I don't like that. This happens. That happens.
So it's a movie. You've got to watch it for a movie, like a movie. You've got to be a little bit neutral. I mean, you call yourself.
And there is this weird faction now. I don't know if you guys have encountered this as well. I don't care about this movie. I don't care about any movie. I mean, any comic book movie. You know, I just don't care. Give me other movies. I don't want to watch comic book movies anymore. Why mat dekho na? But that nothing gives you the right to piss on other people's parades.
Yeah, nobody's forcing you to watch it, right? It's not
like mat dekho na, it's on HBO Max.
Clockwork Orange जैसा है कि somebody is actually holding you to a chair and making you watch something. Nobody is doing that.
There's tons of other stuff on HBO Max. Go watch that stuff. Or don't buy the subscription.
And I bet you know, none of them are going to subscribe to that. Like, hopefully, Hotstar. I'm not sure if HBO Max deal blades into Disney Hotstar, but I'm pretty sure when it launches, we might lose all the content, and then we might have another, you know, channel that we need to subscribe to. And because HBO, almost every show I watch over there, I'll definitely be subscribing. Not because of the Snyder Cut, but I want my HBO content.
A lot of other stuff,
And the problem is that Hotstar is, you know, they censor a lot of HBO shit. Like John Oliver, he literally had a segment on that. Whenever they bring up Disney stuff, it gets censored for some reason in India.
That was gone, na?
We're diverting. Let's talk about the Snyder Cut here.
Yeah. So, okay, you guys need to give me props because I was the one who completely.
I have gone on record to say that you had called it.
You called it. You called it. You props to mad props to you.
And still, I would like till today. This Snyder Cut simply does not exist. I had even voted on that. The cut does not exist. It's not like other movies in which they had just kept it like Donner's cut tha, but the studio didn't let them. This is like just half a movie that they have, and now they have 20 million. So literally, they gave him. Bola ki tum complete karo, reshoot karo. The actors are coming back. We'll be completing the CGI. So I'm happy that this exists because see, I'm one of the few people who actually like Justice League. Now Abhishek will see that I don't have taste anymore, but that doesn't matter. It's like Justice League movie right after all. I liked it. It's okay. See, BVS is another story. I hated that for completely different reasons, but Justice League, I liked it. It was okay. Theek thaak tha. Even Suicide's spot for that reason. I didn't really mind that movie. The only problem I had was that beam in the sky that most of the blockbusters they seem to rely on during the third act. And this was, I think this was the only reason that they had money. They gave money and they announced it now is because of COVID. I don't think कि Corona अगर नहीं होता, this movie wouldn't see the light of the day. because 6 months production delay will definitely push back a lot of things, and they need content. David Ayer's cut. Coming to cuts that do exist, David Ayer ka cut definitely exists because they are
Oh, yeah,
cuts of
definitely
that movie.
agree.
Yeah, it's not like the Snyder cut. Snyder cut abhi bhi banna hai, but Ayer cut definitely exists because the theatrical cut that we saw was edited by the people who edited the second trailer, the Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody wala, yeah. So there were two cuts. No, there was David Ayer's cut, then there was the one made by the agency, right?
They say they are 5 to 6 because the ending also, it seems, was tweaked quite a lot. So that's where I'm going for.
So apparently, because from what I have read and I've watched and I have sifted through David Ayer's Twitter, I spent a couple of hours after that announcement was made just on these directors' social media accounts. Apparently, Snyder, and why I have a sudden respect for Zack Snyder. I mean, I like him as a filmmaker, but I have a sudden respect because he, in this day and age, apart from Feige, he's the only one who had an actual plan. Yeah. You know, none of these franchises have a plan, and these are big tentpole franchises, and some of these franchises are making money apart, despite them having this entire multi-millionaire machine.
Correct. That's why I think I even respect the prequels more now, especially after the sequels have come out. Because Papa George had a plan, he knew what he wanted to do. Even that it wasn't maybe to the audience's liking, but that guy had a particular vision and he set it in stone. Ki ye sab hi hone wala hai. They are midichlorians, baar mein jao, I don't care. And this is the cut that you're going to get.
Yeah, coming back to the David Ayer thing. So all of these things, they were in conjunction with what Snyder had planned, and Snyder wanted all of these movies, be it Aquaman, be it Wonder Woman, or be it the Batman movie, the Batman's sequel, which never happened with Ben Affleck, and then the Batman movie, in fact, with Ben Affleck, which never happened, which Matt Reeves is taking over in a completely new direction. And even for Suicide Squad, especially in Suicide Squad, he had Darkseid, he had the parademons, and especially the ending, especially when the beam of light is happening and people are getting transformed. It's not that what was planned to happen. Those were parademons which were supposed to come on in, and that is something which I will be very, it's very disappointing to know that these huge movie studios hire these great directors, and David Ayer is a fantastic writer. And if you've not watched any of his films, forget Training Day, which he wrote. Forget End of Watch, which is another movie which is heralded by the Kino fans. There is this one movie which no one talks about, and it stars fucking Brad Pitt, and that's Fury. Check out Fury. It's a fantastic war film. And these are movies which people don't talk about, and these guys are really cool, good directors. They are not your Peyton Reeds, man. They don't make cookie cutter bullshit like 500 Days of Summer. These are real life good action film directors, and essentially all of these superhero films are action films. So hire good action film directors, and David Ayer is a fantastic director, and he just had to take a huge bite of the shit sandwich which Kevin Tsujihara had made, and had made this DC into this completely negative environment. I personally gave a lot of shit to Zack Snyder, but that was before I knew about all of these things. I did not like BVS. I still don't like BVS. But, you have to give the man a chance, like Parjanya said on the group. You have to see what the guy has planned. You haven't really seen this movie. And I will not understand, neither empathize, nor give a shit about your opinion if you say that I don't give a fuck about Justice League. So don't, man. I don't give a fuck what you think. I really want to watch this movie.
Same here. Same here.
And I think another thing is, people are like, oh, why is this such a, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. It's not taxpayers' money. It's Warner Brothers money. वो उनका पैसा, उनको डालने दो ना. अपने से थोड़ी ले रहे हैं पैसा. ऐसा थोड़ी है कि Statue of Unity बना रहे उधर. But just making a movie with their own money, so it's fine. It's a best case scenario. They're not doing a GoFundMe or something like that, and asking Zack Snyder's raising money on his own from fans to make this movie. No, it's an actual deal. And I think what you said about COVID, I don't know how true that is, because they approached Zack Snyder in November of
November,
2019.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the announcement as to finalizing and when it would happen. I'm sure it takes a lot
Probably,
of time
yeah.
to happen, but
Yeah.
this can't just be a coincidence. Ki abhi aise kiya.
No, yeah. No, so that's what my earlier post on the group was. This seems very, very well planned. The Green Lantern announcement, Ezra Miller's slight little cameo in the Speed Force on the CW Crisis on Infinite
Is
Earth.
Ezra Miller still playing the Flash because he
Yes.
had some, he choked,
he is
choked a
still
person and everything, right?
Yeah, he still is.
Nothing happened after that. There was this talk about whether he's going to be there or not, but nothing happened. No discussion happened after that. So as far as we know,
I think the only change is Batgirl. I think
Batman is the only change.
what's
Robert
her name?
Pattinson.
Ruby Rose.
Okay, the original plans for this
No, that's a old
Snyder
news. I'm
Cut.
talking about right
Batman
now.
Hold on. Ruby Rose
has stopped.
in CW verse, right?
That's CW, yeah.
That is CW verse.
So what I'm talking about is in Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder
saying
had
that Ruby-
expressly said that Batman will be dying. I think that puts them ahead of the game because Ben Affleck he has said that he won't be returning.
Justice League 2.
No,
He
in
will die
Justice
in
League
Justice
1, at the end of Justice League, he
Yeah.
dies.
Because that's the nightmare scenario where Superman comes and
Right,
does
and
that
Superman
check.
basically, so
the Injustice King, like that kind of scenario happened.
I thought the ending, and correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the ending was Darkseid coming.
yeah, the ending of the movie is no, actually Stephen Wolf he escapes, he goes to Apocalypse, and then Darkseid kills Stephen Wolf. So that's
And they see Darkseid through the boom tube.
Steppenwolf is not killed by Darkseid, dude. Steppenwolf dies when Diana decapitates him.
That's not what I read. Then I'm not really sure. Then there must be conflicting reports. I'm pretty sure what happens is that he gets killed by Darkseid. It might be different
because,
drafts. I don't know. I'm not
because-
really sure.
Because I've checked his Vero as well. There is a picture of Diana flying through the air with a sword and Steppenwolf against it. So apparently she ends up decapitating him. But again, your guess is as good as mine because we don't really know. Now, considering that so much of the script is out in the public, there will be a lot of reshoots. Now, there are a lot of rumors which are saying that WB apparently has told him not to make any reshoots. This 20 million is just for post-production, which is like an obscene amount of money given to just post-production.
Yeah.
Now, I think there will be some degree of reshoots which will happen, and I'm not really sure when that is going to happen because he has like at least a year's time for this movie to release. So I'm really excited for this. For all of the reshoots too, and I hope that these websites, I know even we are gluttons for that kind of information. I hope these leaks don't happen anymore. That has already ruined Star Wars.
No,
I
leaks.
really don't want this movie to be ruined as well.
One more thing about the leaks, it's like I think Hollywood will be leak-proof in maybe 5 years because of the technology that has come up with, especially the Mandalorian. Because nobody in the world knew about Baby Yoda. And that is like the biggest thing right now, right? Everywhere you look, it's like Baby Yoda. So I think movie industry is going to change quite a lot because of that technology. They do speak about this exactly. It's called the volume. It's basically a 75-foot or something big room which has LED walls even on the roof. And on Disney Gallery episode 4, they talk about the technology and how Jon Favreau developed it. If you want to check that out, how they made Mandalorian, etc., so do check it out. It's on Hotstar.
Okay, so I found this Reddit thread on DC Cinematic, and it's basically there's a Google sheet where some super fan has put together pretty much like a complete spoiler plot. I don't know what the sources are, but it seems pretty legit. Also,
I need to see, who they cast as Green Lantern because that casting hasn't been done, right? And they have the
Mark
Atom,
Wahlberg was
they
in
have
talks.
John Jones in the movie. They have cast John Jones already. It's that Man of Steel.
Mark
He's
Wahlberg
going to
was-
be there.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg was in talks to play Green Lantern. You did not know this?
Hi.
He's from
The
Boston.
guy who
haven't heard
played
of
that General Lennox Colonel Lennox, that guy was supposed to be Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, right?
Yeah,
I just
Martian
hope
Man.
that it isn't the dude from Fast and the Furious. What's his name?
All
The
of
guy who
it.
always
Yeah.
cries online.
Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Tyrese
Yeah, man.
Gibson.
इसको नहीं लेना चाहिए.
I was going to say
HBO
Paul
Max is
Walker.
also.
वो मर गया.
You know who I really want to watch as Green Lantern? That dude from You.
Ben
The
Badgley.
Henry Cavill light.
The
Ben
Henry
Badgley.
Cavill, the Henry Cavill lookalike.
I think Army Hammer would be best. Boston
Armie Hammer would be
is also
great.
Army Hammer. And
But do you
as
guys
old
personally
man,
want to watch Hal Jordan or do you guys want Kyle Rayner?
Kyle Rayner wouldn't make sense. I think they'll put Jon Stewart first. I want Denzel Washington as the first, the old guy.
Old for that shit, man.
Yeah, no, like he's the one who dies. Like he's basically
He is
not
older
Evan
than
Stewart.
Samuel L. Jackson, dude.
He can be like he'll be on CGI most of the time. That won't really matter. It's like Denzel as Jon Stewart. Why wouldn't you want to see that? Like have Training Day. Literally make the same movie. Like let Parallax be the one instead of the drug dealer.
I'd rather have what's that guy's name from Fruitvale Station?
Michael B. Jordan. That guy isn't stepping up
Michael B.
into
Jordan
a
has-
superhero movie scene anytime soon. Like Black Panther kiya bahut hai. Because
He's
Fantastic
already-
Four, the stuff that happened with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Fantastic Four, I want to see the Josh Trank cut.
Yeah, man. Shit, did you check
Yeah.
out? Like,
नहीं, Josh Trank का चुतिया है भाई.
No,
because
Josh
he was-
But
Trank cut.
it exists. It's like the David Ayer thing. It's not like the Snyder cut. It's like the David Ayer cut. Josh Trank cut exists.
But David Ayer was normal. Josh Trank was completely out of his mind. Josh Trank पागल हो गया. Like if you watch his latest movie Capone, कुछ भी कर रहा है वो movie में.
देखा नहीं मैंने अभी तक.
Like it's a fever dream
Uh,
basically. So if
Sanjay,
even
did you
if
see his
read
interview with,
interviews at that
Christian
time, he's
Harloff?
not in a great shape.
No.
So he came on the show with Christian Harloff, and basically he said what his original plans were about the Fantastic Four. And it's basically the worst things that you can imagine that happened in that movie. That was his contribution. The writer wanted to make it like the comic book version of Fantastic
Right.
Four. And he was the one who said, ki, like comic book nahi karte, let's make it dark, let's make it thing. So if we saw his vision, maybe, the compromise that they reached in, that was the part that sucked of the movie.
Yeah.
So that's
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this Google sheet on the Facebook group with a heavy spoilers tag if people want to check it out. It's got a lot of plot
Should we get
details and
into it
stuff.
right now? We can get into a couple of points right now if you guys want.
So by
Yeah,
the way,
sure.
I'm looking at the comments, and Sudip says that he thinks Batman will die at the end of second movie. If they're planning to follow the Final Crisis storyline.
Yeah,
That would
because
be great.
this Endgame is exactly that. I was planning to come into that before Parjanya went into the spoiler thread. The grand plan is for them to do the Final Crisis. Like that is their Infinity War Endgame basically. They want to do Final Crisis for some reason. Not for some reason, it completely makes sense because that is more focused on the current Earth, Justice League. So it makes more sense that way. So, or they can do Darkseid War 2. But Final Crisis, if you have to do that, Batman has to die in prior. But for that to happen, then if Batman has to come back, it has to follow the trials of Batman and how he goes through time and all of that, which I don't think is going to happen. Or the Batman movie is set on a completely different Earth altogether. And all of these movies are set in completely different Earths. Like Shazam is in a completely different Earth, and Batman, the new Batman movie is in a completely different Earth. And then all of these small movies, Joker is in a completely different Earth. And all of these small movies are happening. And right at the, after 7 or 8 movies, you do Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't think that's
so,
going to happen, man.
But it's too much of a long timeline.
Yeah,
All of that
I
to
think the
happen.
20 million is the last
10 years for
bit of
Marvel
money
to
that.
reach. It took 10 years of
No,
Marvel to reach where they are.
I got it, but at the same time, I don't think DC will be looking at it from that point of view. Okay, let's build something from scratch. I think they'll be like, we have already invested so much in this, and they have. So let's just try and catch up as soon as possible. So that timeline that you're talking about will
A
be
lot
more
will-
rushed.
A lot will also depend on how the latest Matt Reeves' Batman is received. Like, it has to make a lot of money. If it flops, then maybe, after Snyder Cut comes out, that if there's an uptake in HBO Max subscriptions, etc., and he always wanted to make 3 movies, then obviously we'll see another hashtag which says that give Snyder his 3rd movie or something like that. So
Okay, let's quickly go into the comments before we waffle on for some more time. Nihal Gopinathan says, welcome to the show, by the way. The hype has been around since 2017, 3 years of hype, always culminating to this. And he always thought this was an urban legend. Sudeep Dasgupta is obviously hyped about it being DC versus Marvel. And he said earlier, the Batman will die at the end of the 2nd movie if they are planning to follow up with the Final Crisis storyline. And I agree with this, with what Sudeep has said, and he's just reiterating what I just said. Marvel had 10 years, a decade to curate all of this, all of these great films and great moments. And now, I mean, be great superheroes, man, like fucking Ant-Man and Iron Man are household names.
Yeah.
And that is amazing, right? I mean, who gives a shit about Iron Man?
Yeah.
Even in the comics, he's like one second-rate character, dude, but
he was.
Now,
I
mean,
no, I still don't like his
the
whole thing, the whole shtick, chote ho jao, bade ho jao.
He's completely different character after the movies came out.
Yeah, no, but that's actually in the comics that started with Civil War, just before kind of the movies came out.
It's basically the Mark Millar's version of the characters. That is what we're seeing these days. It's not all of the Ultimates.
Not all of them.
Okay, so do you want to go into a little bit of spoilers here? Or not spoilers, sure. I mean potential spoilers. I'm just reading out things that are major changes. So most of the movie goes as far as the beginning is kind of similar, except for that opening war scene. The ancient time ka war scene doesn't happen in the beginning. It happens sometime in the middle when Diana is giving a history lesson, and it's extended. There are multiple Green Lanterns. They are using 3 mother boxes to extract the anti-life equation from the Earth, which would give Yuxas ultimate power over life and death in the universe. His forces were defeated after the Olympian gods joined the fight, along with the Amazons and the Atlanteans, and defeated Yuxas, who retreated, blaming it on Steppenwolf for failing him, and banished him from the new god. So that then there's the whole, Diana and Bruce start recruiting the different people. Volko is there when Arthur goes to Atlantis to get his trident and all of that. Then this part is the same. Steppenwolf is based out of an old power plant in
Russia.
In Russia, I think it says Pripyat, so which makes sense because Pripyat is like that abandoned ghost town. Yeah. So then a lot of that is kind of the main thing, the same thing as before. Then it says, wait.
The thing is that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then it is that I don't really. Even I.
We can discuss the spoilers all we want, but at the same time, there is no veracity. We can't confirm the veracity of this. Whatever the spoilers are, we don't know whether they come from a source or not. These are Reddit posts, and Reddit posts are infamous for, well, they're not infamous, but they'll go either way. Okay, either they are really coming from a good source, or they're coming from somebody who's just making up shit at his own basement. So either way, we can't say. So let's just wait for. See, there's some things that we know for sure. Okay, that might happen. There's some things that are just, well, good theories. At the same time, there'll be some of them there'll be obnoxious theories. Like, we just have to wait for it to come out.
You know what the problem is? The problem is that Viro mein adha movie jo banane wala tha, Zack Snyder has already posted them. So just basing out of that, they're filling in the gaps as to what may have happened, what might have. And the thing is that because I truly till now, like, we all know that the Snyder Cut does not exist. So whatever he has revealed till now, that might have changed because 3 years is a long time for him to refine those ideas as well.
Correct.
So when he goes into
depending on if he was actually motivated to work on those.
I think, but we must give him credit for that because he kept that hype up. Okay, he just he said that he didn't even watch the movie, which I want to know exactly what Joss Whedon is feeling like. because nobody is asking his opinion कि भाई तेरा movie का इतना dissection हो रहा है. You know what's up with that?
So,
That
Okay,
is
so here's my little conspiracy theory thing, right? So, this is when when the final fight is happening with Steppenwolf. Okay, the heroes begin to make their way to Steppenwolf inside as Cyborg goes for the mother boxes, where he tries to pull them apart. Steppenwolf uses the mother boxes to draw the anti-life equation from Earth, not choosing to wait for his master Darkseid, and powers up, becoming even stronger. Superman arrives, but is subdued by Steppenwolf, who tries to take control of him using the anti-life equation. As Cyborg is interfaced with the mother boxes, he sees the future, the nightmare future that Bruce had mentioned in the Batcave, where mind control Superman helps Darkseid take over. Realizing that the nightmare future is happening, he tells Barry to go back in time to change things. Cyborg
okay, so
fails
that's where that scene comes in.
Yeah,
So that's where basically Flashpoint.
that's what I'm saying. But there's another theory where it says that there are two instances of time travel. One where he goes back and he's there too soon and he fails, and then the nightmare version happens. And then there's a second time travel thing where they do it right. So that's kind of that trilogy or whatever he was trying. It's the nightmare portion comes later, kind of after they've beaten Steppenwolf and Darkseid comes to Earth.
So if this movie actually is any semblance of good, and if they go back with that time travel wala thing, guess what? A majority of the people will say.
Endgame.
Yeah.
Endgame से चुरा है, Endgame का concept है.
This time
But
travel
I
is,
think this will do it much better than Endgame. I mean, it's the Flash. I mean,
I don't think.
depends on who you're asking. Okay, it's
That's there.
No, that's what I said.
Phantoms,
Majority of
that's-
people-
Again, I'll come
Phantoms
back
will-
to one of my recommendations that foolproof time travel क्या होता है. They show this in the latest Rick and Morty. So even if you have not caught up, just watch that. It's standalone. इसी आज drop हुआ वो episode. Just go and watch that. They show you what happens when time travel जब होता है. Naturally, there should exist another self of you in another parallel timeline, right? So what basic happens over there? It's one of the most flawless time travel techniques that I've seen, other than Back to the Future. Even Back to the Future had its problems, but this one I think it solves it.
it's Primer.
Primer. Of course, it's amazing. Abhi
But
tak
that's the thing about Rick and Morty, right? Rick and Morty they didn't touch time travel.
He
at
literally
all.
says that I don't do time travel, and
I
this
don't-
is
yeah,
the reason why.
Yeah, it's
He
a
shows
box
why.
or something, right?
Yeah. He built
Yeah.
something. I won't
Yeah.
spoil it. It's amazing. It also includes the movie Alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abhishek, you were saying.
So I guess we are done with the discussion of the Snyder Cut. Of course.
So
as
no,
the-
one thing that we should all actually take bets on, and do you think it will live up to the hype?
With this amount of hype, I think nothing will live up to.
Nothing will live up.
Fair enough. but
Endgame
do you
didn't
think
live
that-
up to the hype.
No,
Alternatively,
let me rephrase
okay,
that. Let me rephrase that.
question.
Do you think that it will live up to the hype enough to warrant some sort of follow-up?
Yeah, that's it.
Basically, what you're asking is, will this movie be good?
Will this movie be good? Has nothing to do with sequels. Has nothing to do with sequels.
I think
will
they're already planning sequels. मेरा तो ये
too soon.
मेरा मानना ये है कि they have already thought about sequels and this is going to be
Yeah,
sort of
even,
a
I agree with Parjanya, because Zack Snyder won't just come back for $20 million, which he won't get. ये बस FX वगैरह में जाएगा. He must have said that I want my third movie to be made. Let it be for HBO Max, but I'm doing it. Abhi theatrically they are doing Batman, Wonder Woman. Let them continue. But I want to finish my story. That must be in the contract. Otherwise, why would he just waste his time? He's doing that Netflix movie, right? He has a Netflix deal in place. Iska matlab. Because he's making that zombie movie for Netflix right now. So I'm pretty sure that he just won't go to HBO for one. And HBO, according to the article, HBO came knocking. So he definitely must have plans or have already made a deal for the third movie. क्योंकि Henry Cavill भी कुछ नहीं कर रहा है Superman in the DCU.
Yeah, so now they're saying that Henry Cavill might come back for another Superman movie.
Correct.
Right.
And this is something that's
Another thing
amazing.
is,
Like he has a
he
great,
doesn't have a very contentious relationship with any of the actors.
exactly. All of them, they love working with him.
Yeah.
They love
yeah.
working with him.
Ray
And I
Fisher
mean,
basically free में
have a
आने
look.
चाहता है.
And for all of the people who are watching, who are listening to us or watching us on YouTube, go and check out the video which Ray Porter, the guy who plays Cyborg,
Ray Fisher.
check out the video which that guy was genuinely touched that he finally gets to be in this movie that has been a part of his life for the major part of his life for the past 5 years. So it's a huge deal for a lot of people. And that brings me to the point which we were talking about initially, that if you can't respect that, fuck you. You should be able to give people what they want. And at the end of the day, like Parjani also said, तो किसका बाप का पैसा है यार? WB is spending their money. Let them spend. If you want to watch it, their enjoyment is completely dependent on you. But you don't have any right to tell people what they should and what they should not enjoy. That being said, to answer Anirban's question, I want the third film to happen, and I want the parallel I want the multiverse to actually exist. Before Marvel does it, I want DC to do it. I mean, this is
Dude, they've already done it.
And they have already done it to varying degrees. But I want it to be done with great actors and with these amazing. You want Ben Affleck to face up against Robert Pattinson, dude. I mean, who would not want to watch that? Right? You want like Ultraman and Superman facing off. This is like this is shit which we've seen in comic books. And everyone knows Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Everyone knows these characters. They are almost like gods, and they should be treated with as much respect as they deserve, basically.
So Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman.
Exactly.
I want that. That would be damn good.
Made by Ryan Johnson. It's based on Flashpoint again.